AI is about to replace scumbag food delivery drivers. So you guys already know how I feel about door dashers, people who drive for Uber Eats, deliver food in general using these apps. I feel like they're scumbags. In fact, I don't feel like they're scumbags. I know they're scumbags, the vast majority of them. Sure, you have some decent people delivering food on these apps, but many of them are entitled, thinking they deserve $30 an hour or $60 an hour to deliver food, which requires absolutely no skill. These guys are absolute scumbags. You have people who are leaving their jobs, their normal 9 to 5 jobs that actually require college degrees and skills to go and do this work because it's easy. And, it's absolute garbage. They want to receive large amounts of tips for this crap. Well, guess what? The markets always talk, and, the replacements for these scumbags is here. Let's just go ahead and jump right into the video.
Meet the Nuro R3. It's an adorable little robotic delivery truck that brings the snacks to you. Now, customers will access the R3 using a touchpad on the side and an account they've established previous. You just tap the screen, punch in a PIN, and the doors will open up for you. And once the doors have opened, you'll be able to reach in. We've got two sides, one side for snacks, one side demonstrating sort of a shelving refrigerator situation. But we've got 3D cameras in here that are watching what I'm doing. So I just grab the snack that I want, put it in my pocket, tap done, and I'm automatically charged. No need to go into my wallet for a card or a pocket for cash. Now, in addition to just snacks, the R3 can also deliver, all sorts of things, anything that you can fit in here, including packages, hot and cold foods, even pizza. R3 has partnered with a number of companies, including FedEx, Domino's, Uber Eats, and more. So maybe sometime this year, your next pizza could be delivered by the R3. Now, Nuro has designed the R3 to fully autonomously deliver snacks to hungry customers wherever they happen to be, and it's built on their Nuro driver hardware and software suites, which you can see physically with the LiDAR sensors all around. And that allows it to operate without a driver necessary. There's not even room for a driver. It's really small, but that small size means that it can also fit into very small curbside spaces and sometimes even pedestrian-friendly zones. R3 is also fully electric, built in partnership with Chinese EV giant BYD. Now, it has a range of around 100 miles, which may not seem like a lot, but this thing's only really going from the store to your neighborhood and back, so it doesn't need a huge amount of range. And in this case, it being electric and quiet and emissions-free makes it, again, very friendly for people-centric places. Nuro is licensed to begin operating on public roads with R3 in 2024 in California and Texas. That's this year, so your next delivery could be sooner than you think.
So this is absolutely wonderful what we're seeing here. And, this is only going to expand more and more. There's going to be fights. I guarantee you're going to have these drivers, from Uber Eats and DoorDash. A lot of them, they don't even have papers. They're going to be fighting. They're going to be going literally insane, saying that they don't want these machines taking their jobs. And these are not jobs. These are side hustles. This is a side hustle you do, to make a little bit of extra money, on top of the earnings, your income from your normal job. So this is wonderful news, and I could absolutely see this rolling out across the country. Companies will spend lots and lots of money. They will spend hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars, to lobby for this technology to be available on a national scale in every state. So everywhere from California to New York to Washington, everywhere. They're going to want this everywhere. And it's because of how terrible it is dealing with humans. These people who deliver food, it's not necessary. I call this. I said this was going to happen. I said at some point you're going to have these automated cars. They're going to pull up, they're going to load them up at the restaurant. So for example, there's no one's going to have to come and pick up the food anymore. The person who works at the restaurant, they'll load your order into the vehicle, and you'll walk to the curb, you'll walk outside, and you'll pick up your damn food. You'll pick up your damn food, and you'll go back inside, and you never have to interact with a person. And this is absolutely wonderful. Is it going to make your food a lot cheaper? It'll save you some money. Companies are always going to try to rip you off, and they'll try to price gouge you however they can. But just knowing that these scumbags won't be getting that income means a lot to me. Even if they, because I guarantee you, companies, they'll just basically try to take this and use it as a means of use it as a means, because if it becomes standard, if everyone starts doing it, like, okay, well, I'm just going to use this, and more people start doing this instead of actually using drivers, requesting a physical driver, they'll get to the point where they're like, okay, well, we'll just start charging you very similar to what we charge the drivers, the food to be delivered using a driver anyway, but we'll keep that money for ourselves. And that's messed up. It is absolutely messed up. But I'm going to be very clear when I say that I don't care so much. It's, you know, most of the time we still have to walk to the door and get our food anyway. But at least this way, we know that that money is not going to these people. It's not going to the driver. That these good for nothings, they're going to have to go and find actual work, do something, or be homeless, which is where many of them belong. Many of them belong in the streets. It's from the streets that they came, and it is to the streets that they shall return. And I feel very good about that. So even if I'm not going to save money, you as a result of these machines, and realistically, using these machines will probably end up saving us some money as consumers. But just the fact that you don't have to interact with these good for nothing delivery drivers anymore, who are out here sometimes making more money than the average person. It depends on the state that they live in. To be very honest, like if you live in San Francisco, you're gonna make money. If you live in New York City, you're gonna make money. So it's good knowing that these people won't be able to, they won't be getting that money anymore. They won't be able to feed themselves anymore with that, you know, feed themselves. If they have family, feed their families. They really belong in tent cities. These people really, really belong in tent cities. They should, I keep on saying that we need to start building prison cities. And so if you start bringing up Arkham, Arkham City, I never played Arkham City. I played Arkham Asylum. I never played Arkham City. It's like some of y'all have. I don't know if you have PTSD from Arkham City. I don't know exactly what happened in Arkham City. I have like the inclination that like it was like on a city level. I don't know. But we need to start building prison cities to hold these people. Tent cities are going to be glorious, big, beautiful, glorious tent cities. We also need prison cities. We also need prison cities. You know, we need prison cities. We need some big, beautiful, glorious prison cities. Because some of these people, they're going to misbehave and think that they can do whatever they want to, and they're going to act up. And it's very simple. Once you go into prison city, you don't come out of prison city. It's like I said with Ted City. A lot of these women, they're gonna go. They're them and their little piglets. They're gonna go into these tent cities, and they're gonna put a social worker, and they're gonna try to come out, and they're not coming out of tent city. They're not coming out of tent city. And if they misbehave and they start getting, getting rowdy and too rowdy in there, they'll come out of tent city, but they're not going to be going from tent city back to society. They'll be going from tent city straight to prison city. Okay? From tent city to prison city. That's the way it's supposed to work. These people, they never should see the outdoors again. They should never ever see society ever again. They go from tent city to prison city, and if they leave prison city, they go from prison city back to tent city, but they never return to society. Okay? You leave society for people who know how to control themselves and not act like animals. But for animals, we have prison city and we have tent city. Okay, we have for people who don't want to actually do something. Let me say this right now. We know life is not easy, but there's a lot of men listening to my channel right now who've lost everything. There's some of you bastards who are sleeping in the woods right now, living in the woods, happy as ever. Some of you good for nothings are there sleeping on the floor right now, happy as peas. And I'm just being facetious, but many of you have gone through things in life and you've had to come back from it, and some of you are just living simple lives of luxury, while these pieces of good, you know, can I call them what I want to call them? Is it okay if I do it this one time? I do it constantly. Pieces of trash think that they're entitled to easy lives. Get the heck out of here. Get out of here. And by the way, guys, Don't forget, I have a channel called Angry where I discuss gaming, anime, geek stuff, nerd stuff, real world stuff, and whatever else interests me. There's a link to it in the description of the video. So go check it out, subscribe, and support my work. AI is about to replace scumbag food delivery drivers, and I could not be happier. I know you hear the joy in my voice. I want these people to, I want them to starve a little bit, not a little bit, a lot, but I want it to be slow. I want the decline to go slow. I want them to feel it, that hunger. And then once it sets in, and like you'll start looking at your hand like, oh my goodness, that starts to look good, starts to look like meat. I want them to get to that point. Let me know what you guys think about these developments and about these scumbag delivery drivers potentially not having work anymore, as AI begins to replace them. Let's talk about it in the comments. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWA Men walking away, and cheers.